A $700 juicer, hand-squeezed to absurdity. Doug Evans envisioned a juicer unlike any before, a sleek, internet-connected marvel that promised a seamless marriage of technology and wellness. In 2013, this vision crystallized into Juicero, a San Francisco-based venture. The idea was simple, yet intriguing. A $700 machine that, with a touch of digital flair, would transform proprietary packets of pre-chopped produce into the perfect glass of juice. These packets, exclusive to Juicero, came at a premium of $5 to $7 each, scanned by the press's Wi-Fi-enabled system to ensure freshness. Doug Evans touted this as a breakthrough in food safety, a feature that would prevent expired products from being consumed. Critics, however, called it something else: digital rights management masquerading as innovation. Despite the skepticism, investors were captivated, pouring $120 million into the venture from 2014 to 2017. But as expectations soared, the pressure mounted. Early adopters soon discovered what Evans's high-tech press could not conceal: a grim reality hidden beneath its polished exterior. The sleek, internet-enabled facade gave way to a simpler truth: a hand could squeeze just as effectively. And as the media spotlight turned critical, the allure of the Juicero press began to crumble, setting the stage for an unexpected twist in the tale, one that would challenge the very fundamentals of Silicon Valley's tech-obsessed culture. For Juicero, securing $120 million in venture capital was a monumental feat, a testament to the company's promise and the persuasive vision of its founder, Doug Evans. Investors, intrigued by the blend of technology and health-focused innovation, poured funds into the San Francisco-based company with hopes of revolutionizing the juicing industry. But beneath the surface, the intricate design of the Juicero press, praised for its engineering, masked a fundamental flaw. The ambitious pricing strategy, initially set at $699, targeted the premium market, but soon encountered resistance as sales lagged. By early 2017, the price was slashed to $399, a move originally planned for later, now forced by market realities. Yet the drop wasn't enough to clear the clouds of skepticism gathering over Juicero's singular proposition. The very essence of the product was called into question when media outlets exposed that the costly device's output could be matched by a simple hand squeeze of the produce packs. This revelation, combined with the critics' ridicule, began straining investor confidence and consumer trust. As Juicero grappled with these mounting challenges, the stage was set for a battle that would test its survival, a courtroom clash against a rival, and the looming shadow of irrelevance. But the reality of Juicero's ambitious launch quickly turned sour. The gleaming promise of convenience was overshadowed by a glaring flaw: the expensive Wi-Fi-connected Juicero press, priced at $699, failed to deliver any unique utility. The machine relied on exclusive proprietary packets of pre-chopped fruits and vegetables, sold through costly subscriptions. These packs, scanned and verified by the machine's internet connection, aimed at ensuring safety, became instead a symbol of digital rights management gone awry. Critics were quick to highlight the absurdity. Bloomberg News tore into Juicero's core proposition, revealing that the supposedly indispensable machine was unnecessary. Packs could be hand-squeezed effortlessly, producing juice virtually identical to that from the costly device. The public's ridicule was swift and unrelenting. Faced with slow sales, Juicero slashed its price to $399, a desperate bid to salvage its fading market relevance. Yet as 2017 unfolded, they were forced into retreat. The company halted sales completely, repurchasing presses as they sought a buyer for their intellectual property. Behind closed doors, a new battle loomed. A courtroom clash with a Chinese competitor, iTaste, threatened to cast the final shadow over Juicero's bold experiment in Silicon Valley's tech utopia. Bloomberg's revelation hit Juicero like a bolt from the blue. In 2017, the publication demonstrated that the company's produce packs could be easily squeezed by hand. This discovery was a devastating blow, sparking widespread ridicule. The expensive $700 Juicero press was supposed to be a marvel of modern engineering, yet it delivered little more than the humble power of a human hand. The internet erupted in derision. Memes and jokes flooded social media, painting Juicero as a symbol of Silicon Valley's tendency to over-engineer the unnecessary. Critics were merciless, questioning the rationale behind a device that seemed redundant once the basic premise was exposed. In response, Juicero defended its creation, arguing that squeezing by hand was messy and degraded the user experience. The company offered full refunds to disgruntled customers, a move that only underscored the scale of the misjudgment. The damage, however, was done. Sales plummeted, trust evaporated, and the once promising venture teetered on the brink. As the laughter faded, a more serious challenge emerged. Juicero's legal confrontation with the Chinese competitor, iTaste, loomed large, threatening to further unravel the company's already fragile standing in the cutthroat world of business innovation. In January 2017, Juicero took a drastic step. The company slashed the price of its juicer from $690 to $399. Originally, this price drop was scheduled for much later, but sluggish sales forced the company's hand. The high-tech juicer that once promised to revolutionize home juicing was now more affordable. Yet, even at this reduced price, the press struggled to find its footing in the market. The hope was that a lower price would entice more consumers, but the allure of Wi-Fi connectivity and proprietary juice packs couldn't shake off the shadow of a looming problem. Bloomberg News had revealed that the packets, priced between $5 and $7, could simply be squeezed by hand. This revelation spread like wildfire, casting doubt on the necessity of the costly device and questioning the value proposition that Juicero had banked on. As the price fell, so did consumer confidence. The digital rights management features, touted as safety measures by CEO Jeff Dunn, were criticized as overreach, further tarnishing the product's image. Juicero, once flush with $120 million in venture capital, faced an uncomfortable truth. Innovation had met its match in practicality. Yet, as the company scrambled to regain momentum, the clock ticked towards a looming shutdown. The next chapter would reveal whether Juicero could find a savior or if its fate was sealed. As Juicero's ambitious vision began to fade, scrutiny turned towards the very heart of its product, the engineering of the Juicero press. Ben Einstein, a seasoned venture capitalist, was among those who dissected the device, revealing it to be an incredibly complicated piece of engineering. Its design was akin to commercial food service equipment, an extravagance for a consumer product. This complexity, while an engineering marvel, translated to inflated production costs with negligible improvement in user experience or juice quality. The internet-enabled features, like QR code verification, were intended to ensure food safety and freshness. Critics, however, saw them as barriers, digital rights management in disguise, preventing any use of non-Juicero produce packs. The carefully crafted machine, with its Wi-Fi connectivity, stood as a testament to Silicon Valley's penchant for technological excess. But beneath the sleek exterior lay a harsh reality. The same juice could be squeezed by hand, rendering the $700 device redundant. As costs mounted and sales dwindled, Juicero's intricate design choices became symbolic. The engineering complexity, instead of delivering value, became a cautionary tale of innovation overshadowing practicality. In the wake of mounting criticism, could the company pivot, or was Juicero destined to be remembered as a monument to over-engineering? Juicero was now at the crossroads. By September 2017, the company announced it was halting sales of both its juicers and the proprietary packets. The move was a stark admission that its vision of a smarter, connected kitchen appliance had faltered. Attempts to find a buyer for the company and its intellectual property ensued, yet none materialized. Consumers, now wary of Silicon Valley promises, watched as Juicero opted to repurchase its expensive presses from customers, a desperate bid to save face amid widespread disillusionment. With $120 million in venture capital spent, Juicero became emblematic of the dysfunction rampant in tech culture, bold promises unfettered by practical necessity. The press, an engineering marvel, was ultimately an answer in search of a problem. Critics lambasted its Wi-Fi connectivity and QR code system as needless complexity rather than genuine innovation. The hand squeeze revelation had stripped away the veneer of exclusivity and sophistication that Juicero had built its brand upon. A simpler, cheaper juicer could easily have sufficed, but for Juicero, the lure of technological overreach proved too tempting. In the end, Juicero's legacy was not its juice, but a cautionary tale about the peril of ignoring the simple question, does it truly add value?